All right, we're live. Appreciate it. Got a lot of folks out there already. Appreciate you guys showing up. It should be fun. I'm telling you what, I'm freezing in the garage. It's I think I need to get some type of heater in here because it's a little chilly. We got I think it's 29 degrees outside right now. So Captain Shark, Big Al, Twisted Metals of Texas, Vanessa Kitty, and I appreciate you guys showing up. I got hopefully a couple people coming in here in a little bit. We shall see. So I sent a few links out. And for those of you that may want to jump in, Keith Gregory, thanks for showing up. Kyle Lusk, what's up, buddy? I'm just having fun. I tell you what, the video is called I Can't Wait Another Week, Let's Roll. Basically, TR's doing it every other. We got Bad Billy 429 just showed up, so I appreciate that. How you doing tonight, Bad Billy?
Good, sir. How are you?
Good. I am good. It's a little chilly out here. I should have done this in the house, but this is where all the magic happens. Whether I'm freezing or not. No, it's not too bad. It is. It's cold though. Probably not as cold as where you're at, but I know we got more snow than you do.
Yeah, I have zero snow.
I'll mail you some if you want some. There's a Ammo Mafia sale on that shit right now. It's free. You just gotta pay postage.
I'm good on snow because I'm sure it's coming.
Yeah. Well, I got a couple more people that showed up. Frank Hellman, thanks for showing up. Yo Joe is in the house. But yeah, it's getting a little chilly. Let's see. We got tell you what, I'm like, I texted TR. I'm like, hey, we doing a chat tonight? He's like, oh, next week. I'm like, ah, damn. I'm like, I'm sitting at home. Today's my chat day. A buddy of mine calls it a hall pass, which is the day I get to go out and have fun. Daniel God is my judge. You should jump on here, buddy. I'm trying to watch Coda Boy's mission statement video. What the heck? Yeah, I just finished that up. I wanted to get that done. I definitely wanted to help out a buddy. He's Coda Boy's doing a thing right now. He just kind of wants to hear everybody's mission statement or what their mission statement is for their channel. So I just blasted one out. Ohio Wolverine, thanks for showing up. But how's life in the north up there?
It's all good, man. Just busy, busy, busy. Cold weather means lots of broken cars.
Yeah, that's true, huh? And rusted out ones, of course.
Yeah.
All the salt.
Yeah, we have no lack of salt here.
Yeah, someone was asking me, I look cold. Who was that? I got my Costco jacket on, fleece line flannel to keep me warm, or at least trying to. Yeah, time for a garage heater, I know. I'm thinking about, maybe you guys got some good options out there. Which kind should I get? Should I get a plug-in one? Pop's Quest is in the house. Or should I get one of those ones that hooks to propane? Those are probably a little dangerous, though. But I do like those. They work pretty good.
The Mr. Buddy heaters that hook to propane have a oxygen sensor that if it gets too much carbon dioxide in it, it'll shut off.
Nice. Mr. what?
The Buddy heaters, the Big Buddy heater.
Okay. I'll have to check that out.
It'll run on the 1 pound cylinders, and you can hook it to a 20.
Okay, that's pretty sweet. Oxjaw, how you doing, buddy? I tell you what, Oxjaw, I don't see Oxjaw much, but his video, the one I did to inspire people to jump, and he did a video about that video. That still hits me really good. I mean, that is one of the great reasons why doing YouTube is fun. I get to meet a ton of people, and hopefully, even if I only inspired Oxjaw with that one video, it was well worth it. So hopefully everybody's doing good. Oxjaw, I hope you're doing really, really well. But other than that, yeah, we're just having some fun. Hopefully we got some other people showing up. The link, this is where it's going to get clustery. The link is in the description at the bottom of the description. So be good, especially you Fuzz Fork 8, because I know how you are. But I'm just kidding. But it's in there. Be kind, be good to people, or we'll have to boot you off. But there is a link there, so It gets a little scary when you do that, but I think most of the people here are great adults that have filters. Well, except for a few of you in there. No,
Where's SoCal at?
I don't know. It's still early. He probably what is it, 6, 7, 8, 9. So it's almost 7 o'clock for him. So he's probably eating dinner right now. But it's good. We got Ronald's out there. Thanks for showing up. Lone Wolf 76. So we're rocking. We got quite a few viewers. And the big question of the day for you is, how is that Shadow 2, Billy?
Shadow 2 is good.
Nice.
I just got done cleaning it after 1,200 rounds of shooting it and not cleaning it. That was not fun.
Yeah, if you wait, you pay.
Had to put it in the ultrasonic cleaner. It was carboned up like a mofo.
What powder you're using factory load stuff, right?
Exactly.
I got you. We got Ohio.
10-cent a round deals from Black Friday.
Nice. Ohio Wolverine, thanks for showing up.
What's up, brother?
How you doing?
I can't cam up because I'm at work right now. So
That's all right. It'd be nice for you to stop by at least for a little bit and say hi. That's good. We got Daniel. Where'd Daniel go?
I'm here. Are you there?
I am. You have a camera with the line through it.
I know. Am I on now?
That's a negative. Oh. Jump out and jump back in. It'll probably fix it.
There we go.
Oh, yeah. Whew, that's scary. Go back to the camera. Jeez.
Yeah.
Buttons.
I appreciate you showing up. I tell you what, it's been a lot of fun. I did a little shopping for New Year's. I got one of those and got 2 of these.
There you go.
And a couple more of some of these things.
The chicks.
For Thanksgiving, my brother-in-law came over for Thanksgiving, and he brought a bottle of Jack Daniel's Sinatra Signature Series, Sinatra, something like that. It's like $150 for a bottle of that stuff. And yeah, it was dangerous, man. Let me tell you, it went down very easy. It was dangerous.
I bet. I was at Costco a week ago, and I don't know what it was. I'm not even sure what it was. It was a Japanese dragon, and it was a bottle made out of glass, and it looked like one of those Japanese dragons, and it had it was the coolest bottle I ever saw. And I don't know what type of alcohol was in it. I don't know if it was like a, like a sake or whiskey or what it was, but it was the coolest damn bottle I ever seen. I almost wanted to buy it just to have the bottle. It was freaking awesome. WTF SoCal.
How much was something like that?
I think it was like $200. And then of course you got to have this big, beautiful purple box right here.
I can't do the Johnny Walker. It's too smoky for me. I got to stick to the Scotch and do the Macallan.
Have you had that Crown Royal, the apple?
I had it once.
That stuff's good, man.
Yeah, I don't remember where I was at, but I'm like, hey, I'll try some of that. And I got this one is for one of the guys that just showed up with a star. Him and another gentleman by the name of Coda Boy. We're going to be drinking that stuff on New Year's. So
nice.
It'll be fun. I'll be drinking this purple box, though. These guys will be drinking that. Should be fun. I got some other booze, but I don't feel like dragging it out.
I just got some triple distilled Jameson that's pretty smooth.
Oh, hell yeah. I've been at the place now. The distillery was cool as hell. It was I bought 2 bottles. You might have seen the video. I don't even know if I did a video on it. It's got the custom name on it. So I did one for my son. Has his name on it. And we're going to drink that when he gets married, and he's only 16 right now, so it'll be a while hopefully. And then another bottle I got, and I just put our family vacation on 2018 on it. I haven't opened it up yet, but supposedly it's a bottle you can only get if go to the distillery. So it's pretty cool. I haven't cracked into those yet.
So, Six, I got to ask you, man. I've been absent for a while. Haven't really done a whole lot on the YouTubes and stuff. So, are you still traveling out west, or?
I am doing that.
You were out there with all them big fires out there then, right?
There was a ton of fires. I can tell you that I sent a lot of guys up north, and some of the pictures I saw were I've never seen before, not even imaginable. It was crazy to see just total towns basically just ashes. I was like, I mean, I couldn't even fathom those guys, as they're driving through those towns. What I got to see was just pictures. And I was like, damn. I mean, it just gets worse every year. Crazy. Let me say hi to Gimp Geek, Kyle Lusk, Fuzz Fork 8. Who else did I miss? Big L, Tattoo Dragon 8. I think I got most of everybody.
Don't forget Bizza.
Bizza Rizza, yeah, I missed him. Bizza Rizza Jizza, Frank Kelman, Frank L, and WTF SoCal's out there. Links in the description below, SoCal on the bottom. And Papa's Place. Hopefully I didn't miss anybody. If not, type in there and I'll definitely get your name out there. But yeah, we got all the booze ready. All we got to do is find the Advil for the hangover afterwards. We'll be good.
So, Rick, you still got snow out there?
Yeah, I got too much. I'm willing to send it anywhere, whoever wants it.
Welcome to my world. Won't you come on in?
Yeah.
I got to do a little four-wheeling in my truck. I tell you what, I got a F-350. It's a crew cab long bed, and it's the biggest POS when it comes to four-wheeling and sand and stuff like that, just because it weighs so much. But it actually did really good. I had a load, my truck was loaded full of snow, so having the weight back there definitely helped. But yeah, I was having fun. Me and my son took it out. We went up and down. We got a pretty long driveway, so went back and forth about 10, 15 times, just kind of knocked that crap down. And then went through the pastures, had a little fun, little mud bog in there. It was kind of cool. My son was having a good time. So, and the redneck preppers out there.
Yeah, usually about this time we're buried in the stuff. Now you guys are.
I know. I don't know what the heck's going on. I had Mr. Holster and somebody else was saying like, oh, it was Bald and Curious. He said the world's going to end because you guys got snow before we did, and he's up in New York. So I don't know what's going on.
Recently, here's my theory. I think with all the leap years and daylight savings times and all that stuff, I think we've messed up our calendar somehow. I think because like it was 100 degrees here in September one day, and then winter seems like it goes all the way to May now. I think our calendar's off. We're actually it says we're in December right now, but we're actually only in October or something right now.
Yeah, I can see that. I figure after so many years, the calendar probably going to get screwed up a little bit. I mean,
that's just a uneducated theory.
Who knows? Whoever came up with the system probably, didn't he probably rounded up or down, or she did up and down, and when you start rounding numbers and go so far out, it changes shit up.
Now we got all these satellites that, measure us how far away from the sun we are and other stars out there. So the calendar now is pretty on. If you wanted to go messed up calendar, you go with the Jewish 28-day calendar. That way the months keep changing every year. So pretty soon, it's like Christmas in July, literally, where you have all the snow.
Way to piss at my cornflakes, man. Thanks a lot.
What happens? What happens if all of a sudden they say, you know what? Okay, we screwed up, and right now we're going to call it April.
Call it what you want. It's cold out.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Does that mean I got another year older already, or what?
See, that's what I was going to say. Is it could screw up a lot of shit. Like, well, you'd be like, okay, well, I'm 48, but according to this, I'm 47, or the other way around, depending on when your birthday is.
Yeah. Oh, hey, Ohio Wolverine. If you haven't understood yet, I'm pretty much just mostly sarcasm.
He's a big bucket of laughs, is what he is.
Well, yeah, so am I. That's why I said you missed my cornflakes already.
What geographical part of Ohio are you near?
I am northeast Ohio, right between Akron and Cleveland.
Oh, you're not too far.
Yeah, Fuzz Fork's right too. The South is getting another big storm soon. We got let's see, 2 more days. We're supposed to get this really cold winter with no, or not winter, but next couple days, and then it's supposed to rain or something. What age do you identify with 6? I am 48. I don't identify with anything but what it is.
Cold hard facts, right?
Cold hard facts.
Yeah, where are you at then? If you said I was close.
Do you know the Finn?
Which one?
The original?
Ashland or Canton?
Ashland.
Ashland? Okay, yeah. I just bought a 6.5 Creedmoor from there.
Oh, what day?
He works there.
Gosh, it's actually been about 2 weeks ago.
Was it on a Saturday?
Yeah.
I was there.
Yeah, I went to go buy the Thompson Center. It was on sale and it had the $50 rebate, and then I was standing in line waiting for them to call my who's next, and I was looking at the flyer and I'm like, well shit, they got a Savage Axis
At the Ashland?
heavy barrel.
At the Ashland store they asked you who's next?
No, the Canton store.
Oh, the Canton. Okay. Well, you should have came to Ashland.
That's a little bit further drive. Canton's a little closer to me.
Yeah. I got to head up there. I want to go check out Hybrid Holsters.
What is it?
Hybrid Holsters out of Canton.
Oh, okay. I know there's like a Raven concealment up near me too. I don't know where that's at.
Raven makes nice stuff.
Do they? I've seen them on magazines and stuff, and then I found out that they were up near me. So, but yeah, I bought that the Savage Axis. Let's see what the Thompson Center was. 249 with the
with the rebate,
with the rebate, and then the Axis was like $259 with a 60, or no, $279 with a $60 rebate. So
and a scope.
No, it didn't come with a scope.
Oh, that didn't have the scope.
No, neither did Thompson. But it was for $220. I got the set.
Yeah.
What's up, Pops? How are you, my friend?
Can you hear me? Can y'all hear me through this thing?
Yes, sir.
Billy.
What's up, man?
How are you? How's everybody doing? I miss every time. You know, I didn't think I'd miss that pistol. I kind of missed that pistol, man. But you know what? I'm glad it's in a good home. I know it's in a good home, so
it'll be back.
Not really that good though, Pops, because he finally cleaned it after 1,500 rounds or whatever it was.
That gun can go for 5,000 rounds. That's like that's probably one of the best pistols on the planet right now. How's everybody?
Good, man. I'm freezing my ass off, but other than that, it's good.
I hear you. Kind of like role reversal. All them boys up there is like living in good weather, and y'all.
No shit.
I mean, down here on the coast, though, things are still cool. You know what's really screwed up, though, is it's rained every weekend. It's been perfectly sunny all through the week. Every weekend it's rained. I was supposed to go shoot up at Low Country weekend before last. It rained, but I was sick anyway. And then the last match I shot, it rained. And then this last one in Columbia, I was supposed to go shoot. It rained. And guess what the forecast is for Saturday in Augusta, Georgia, where I'm shooting?
Oh, it's going to rain. It's going to rain a lot because we're going to get a shit ton of rain too on Friday.
I have a friend in Tennessee that says it's rained 6 days straight there.
Shit. I'm tired of this rainy winter crap. But the good news is it can't rain the following weekend because I'm going to shoot a USPSA match with Dirt Road, his first match.
That's
Yeah,
gonna
his
be
first
awesome.
USPSA.
Yep. I'm going to take him on. He's going to kick ass. I'm just going to tell him to run through there and just spray and pray. I mean, that's what USPSA is all about. You ain't going to hit nothing.
Right. If you hit something, you hit it. If you don't, it don't matter. You don't get penalized, really. No.
Yeah. The only sport you can get 11 misses and still finish mid-pack, you know.
That's right. Something about a wonderful mic that just, you know. Kalashnikov Mania is in the house. Thanks for showing up.
They used to bother me. They don't bother me anymore. Daniel, you killing any more deer this year, or is season over?
No, the season's still going on. This weekend, we got another weekend shoot with the gun. And then in January, we have muzzleloader. But January, that's where I'm really looking at getting a chance if there's any big ones left, because my other neighbor shot one of the 16 points that I had pictures of last year.
God.
One with the big V rack as big as your arms, but the one with the drop tines is still running around. Oh, yeah.
All right.
Aren't you still a little sad because it's just not an elk, though?
I got an invite to go to Wyoming in the spring and elk hunting in the fall.
Why are you still here?
Well, the spring equates to April when the elk shed their antlers, because that's what we're going to do then is go shed hunting. And it's like last year, all the sheds they found.
Shit, I got a shed I just built over here if you want it.
Shed.
Burned out Cheryl, she shed.
Well, they picked these up and they sold them at auction. They split up $14,000 between them.
Oh, yeah. Well, I worked in Wyoming, probably it was, I don't know, 1990, something like that, on a hunting ranch. And the Boy Scouts, they go out there. And it was right in Jacksonville, right there, where you'll see like a big fence, and they all come down to eat because that's where they throw all the food for them in the winter. And they all shed right there during a certain whatever the month is. But then the Boy Scouts go and they grab all that, and that's how they pay for stuff, and they make a shit ton of money because there's a huge elk racks out there.
Mm-hmm.
So Kalashnikov Mania says shoot in the rain. I kind of agree with that, but what kind of shooting is he talking about? You know, I've shot 40 matches in the last year, and sometimes you just don't want to fucking work at matches. You don't want to work your dick to the dirt just to shoot 6 stages. So, yeah, I get it. Shoot in the rain. Yeah. Whatever.
The worst part about shooting in the rain is having to lift the damn thing up to post all the holes.
That's what I'm talking about. It's just work. I mean,
to me, watching all the matches you guys have run in the shitty weather, the footing looks like it's the worst part about it, sliding around in the mud.
Well, I did just order some football cleats for rainy events, but if you put them on that wood, your ass is gone.
Yeah.
Bye-bye.
Golf spikes.
Yeah.
Well,
yeah, these shit don't cut it in the freaking mud.
No.
They
No,
work
if
better
you
than nothing.
This is what they look like after a while. I mean, they ain't shit. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
And I'm on my 4th fucking pair of these things. What they don't tell you about these shoes is they're great. They're the greatest shoes ever invented, in my opinion. Literally, I wear them every day. And when I wear the spikes out, I use them as my everyday shoes. But they're $100 fucking for a pair, and I mean they hold up. You look at them. I mean they're still together. I mean, and I abuse the shit out of these.
What are those?
But what they don't tell you is they wear out fast.
What are those designated for?
These are trail runners.
Okay.
But that guys that shoot competitively use them for traction, basically.
So this competition shooting, not only are you getting the belt and all that, you got to pay $100 for a pair of shoes.
You don't have to. That's the dirty little secret.
You don't have to, but
you can go to Walmart and buy some $25 Ozark trail hikers, right?
I'd say don't let TR watch this.
those freaking I've tried different hiking boots, but they just don't have the grip that those do.
Like I said, man, that's the only shoes I wear, and when I wear them out, I use them for my everyday. And once you get them into a cycle, it's almost worth it because then you're wearing them, like all the time. And I'll still wear them until they're flat on the bottom, and whatever. So.
That's how you roll. Kleshnikov says he's 3-gunning in 3 feet of snow. That's pretty awesome. I want to see a video on that shit.
Yeah. Does he make videos? I'm subscribed right fucking now if he's got a video on that shit.
That'll be pretty cool to watch.
Show me.
Huh?
Hashtag show me.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I've got a video in about a foot of snow where I ran out of my house and shot my volcanic in 4-degree weather in a pair of shorts and a t-shirt, and then I ran back inside and said, "Yeah, with cold weather test worked good."
Hey, don't pick on Kalashnikov. He shoots uphill both ways.
I'll tell you what, I would have had a couple good videos of me running my ass into the house after I've been trying to pull all the snow off the roof, freezing my fucking ass off.
Yeah, did he say if he makes videos yet or not? He's leaving some comments. Make some videos, man. I'll even do a shout out for you. If you run and gun 3-gun in 3 foot of fucking snow, you got my vote for for the baddest 3-gun motherfucker on planet Earth.
He says he's in the Poconos.
Yeah, he's probably got the snow for it.
That's probably a lot of snow.
You better watch out. He might start making videos.
I don't know if he has a video on that, but he's got videos. I'm subscribing.
Yeah.
He's at 85.
And I don't think you run in 3 foot of snow.
Not very fast. I know I don't. I'll be winded and dead by the time I get to the next stage.
Don't you use those special shoes, them snow shoes?
Hey, you guys really can't comment about snow. You just seen the first snow in your life down there.
No, I've been here 4 years now. It's snowed every flipping year. It's usually not this deep, but
yeah, it's when Rob gets snow, there's big trouble.
If Rob gets snow, we all better jump in our ass in a bunker because some shit's about to happen.
All right, he's got 86 subscribers. Everybody go subscribe to his channel.
Yeah.
Next video of this guy is gonna be 3 foot of snow, freaking 3-gunning.
That'll be cool, man.
All right, I'm your 87th subscriber. Let's get her done.
That'd be badass. Freaking do a 3-gun on some cross-country skis.
Imagine dropping your mag and be like, fuck it.
Oh, shit.
I don't know where it's at. It's gone.
That's
Wait till the summertime. You come back in the summer and there's like 38 mags along the front.
I wanted to go to Play It Again Sports and buy me some old wooden tennis rackets and strap them to some boots.
You got to get some of these, man. It's not Monday today, but Moccasin Monday. I mean, if this is how you run around and kill deer and be quiet at it.
That's cool. I like those. Do they make those for men?
Hell yeah, they make them for men. Those are men ones right there.
Well, hey, this guy has no problem with being controversial.
I know, right?
Yeah.
He got the ISIS holding the dick flag and everything. He says "fuck you, Trump." Everything. Yeah, he's
okay.
But the reason I like him is because he like AKs. So I got subscribe to his channel for that.
He might like you, Bling Sadim.
There you go. Kalashnikov's getting some more subscribers. JH586, thanks for showing up. If I missed somebody out there, type something in the bottom and I'll say hi.
Oh, hey, Kalashnikov, if you start getting thumbs down, we just all want you to know right now, it's Pops.
Yeah, I got, how many do I got right now? Because I know a little douchebag. Yep, there's Pops, showed up.
I put one of them on there. That's how you know I watch your video.
I'm gonna come up with that flip you off sign every time we do that.
That's fine.
I'm good with that. I don't care.
That's just so everybody don't get upset when people thumbs down their video. They just think I've been there to watch it. That's all.
Well, how many times have you watched the same video of mine then? Damn.
Hey, I got like 5 different channels.
There you go. Pops Quest, Pops Questises, Pops Questises, and WTF SoCal. How you doing? Glad you're done with your dinner time, so you can come visit.
There he is.
Yeah, it feels like it's been forever.
Yeah, at least 24 hours.
Yeah.
Hey man, I'm off duty. I'm freaking rolling.
Going nuts. You're rolling with it, baby.
That's right. I got shit to say, just nothing important to say.
I appreciate you buying all that booze for us, man. That's awesome.
Yeah, I better be gone by the time you leave too.
Oh, between Coda Boy and I can guarantee you we'll be wrestling for it for sure.
You're in charge of making breakfast.
SoCal, Costco just got in a new shipment of McAllen, $12.59.
I'm not a big McClellan fan.
Not
really.
I
But I mean, it's good. I mean, I won't turn my nose up at it. But the Johnny Walker, I like the blended scotches a little more. It's kind of like the lesser of.
I got the black one for you too.
Black is good.
I got them the blue one for the farm, and they were like, after the third drink, I could have put piss in that thing. They wouldn't have known any different.
Yeah, that's kind of silly though. The blue is just like way overboard.
Yeah, that's
Scotch matters.
That's right.
Yeah, the Walker is just a little too smoky for me.
I think it's shit. I would drink Crown all day long.
Hate all that shit.
Yep, SoCal's coming east. We're getting them to move out here, you guys. So
that's what I hear.
Yeah. We all need you to donate 5 9mm bullets.
No, you need to donate $100 bills so I can find a friggin' house and get in it.
Get in it and be good at it.
Dude, you're going to have so many more guns when you move there just because the cost of living is going to be a quarter of what it is there.
He's already...
No, he's just gonna buy real magazines.
No, he's gonna order each suppressor they make.
You better look for a house with a walk-in fucking vault.
Well, he's gonna have this big bonfire built when he leaves, and all these plastic fins are gonna be in it burning.
Yeah.
No.
No, he could sell them before he leaves, actually.
Yeah, he should.
Just mail them all to the Daily Shooter and say, here you go, have fun, buddy.
Exactly.
That's a splendid idea right there.
I can make that happen.
Okay, for getting into competition, I just got a question for you guys. What do I need as far as a belt rig? I got my pen and paper here.
Just get everything. Get the stiffest belt you can.
What kind of competition are you going to do?
Most expensive mag carriers you can get.
What kind of competition are you going to do?
All alpha, double alpha, everything. And
fuck alpha.
But then after you're done buying that rig, go out and get a Safariland everything. And then after you're done with that, get
if you want to be good at it, get a ghost holster.
Oh yeah, ghost holster and a double alpha holster.
I'm so glad that thing didn't fall off.
Hey Daniel, I have a Race Master holster insert for sale for a Shadow 2.
Listen, don't listen to these amateurs.
He froze up.
Buy you Uncle Mike's.
Actually, Daniel, if you're really serious, I do have a Race Master, the whole rig, the double alpha Race Master. I don't even have a Shadow 2 anymore. I'll give you a good deal on it if you actually want it.
Yes.
Well, you can't shoot a Shadow 2 in IDPA.
But I can in the other one. I'm getting one rig set up for IDPA.
What you need to do is find an outlaw match and run that Shadow 2 and just do whatever you want to do. A lot of these clubs
buy a Safariland ELS belt, and then he can do anything and not have to ever buy another belt.
I'm worming my way into a club that's starting up that's already got the range built.
Right, but the only thing I'm trying to say is, you know what you're shooting, because a lot of people will get all their shit ready and go, oh, I can't do that because it's an IDPA sanctioned match. Bald and Curious could speak on this heavily, but you have to you just know what you're doing. If you have a local club that does outlaw, then you basically do anything you want, which is really, really cool. And you don't have to worry about any rules, but just make sure where you're shooting, you know how they're going to run the match.
Yeah, I have one local club. It's IDPA, and I'm getting in on another range. It's halfway built now, and they're building the schoolhouse. as far as, you know, being the caretaker and helping, you know, keeping the place cleaned up. But and then I would look at the other S one you guys shoot.
But see, the thing is, if the other club you're going to join is going to be a sanctioned match, then you want to set up for that so you can run both.
And then you're going to want to shoot 3-gun, and then you're going to need another belt system. So just fucking buy the Safariland ELS rig set up, and then you don't got to do.
No, absolutely not. Absolutely not. Don't listen to these fuckers. They will spend your money.
How many belts do you have?
I have one.
No, you. Well,
I have one belt, and that's the only belt I've ever used.
Where do you? You run that. You run the titty holster. With
it's a double
shotgun shit.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, who wouldn't? I strong hand reload, so who wouldn't?
Damn you!
Last 3-gun, I think I did a little bit better than you did. So you want to talk about that?
No, you did not. You did a lot better than I did. Shut up.
So what? You can't put shotgun shell holders on a double alpha?
Rob runs around with his thing.
I wear a separate chest rig for 3-gun. I don't wear my shells on my belt. I wear them on my chest. My titties
shells on my belt. Shells on my belt. Looking like a fool with the shells on your belt.
Well, it was that new Terran Tactical Vanilla M2 that put me over the top. So,
Rob, what put you over the top is you shoot every day, practice every day, dry fire every day, and you're good at it.
I just want to hear Rick say titty holster one more time.
Titty holster.
Yeah, it is a titty holster, all right, but I wear them underneath my titties, so it's almost like an ammo bra.
It's an ammo bra,
tactical bra,
a bra or whatever fucking short it.
No, it's all good.
So, Rick, you can't put shotgun shell holders on an Alpha Shooting Sports belt?
I guess if you ran different clips.
Okay.
Well, yeah, no, they make shell holders for every system out there. Everyone has their own. But I will tell you this: he's right about the Safariland. For 3-gun, if you want a weekend reload, or if you want to reload down low, they have the best package. Period. In the story. I will never argue that.
Wrote a song about it.
But if you're gonna run like a ghost holster or something, it doesn't matter what belt you buy, right?
Right, that's exactly what I do because I shoot so much USPSA that I run my USPSA rig ghost holster in a locked position. I run a chest rig for my shotgun, and I put an AR-15 magazine in my back pocket. That's all you got to do. It's pretty simple. I mean, you can get all complicated with the Safariland shit and put all that crap around your belt, and take stuff on and take stuff off and do all that. But I like one system that works for everything. And if I don't have a shotgun stage, I just take that shit off and I leave it in the cart. You know what I mean? So for me, that's the best way to go. Plus, I reload strong hand because my weekend's fucked up. So for me, it just makes total sense. You know what I mean?
One good thing, whether you go with anything, it doesn't matter. If it comes off, it's good. So say you're having to reset stages and you don't want to have to carry your pistol around. I can hit the button and put it away. I don't have to carry the extra weight while I'm not shooting. And that goes for anything.
Yeah, that is a good feature.
All right. Welcome back.
So, Daniel, I'm assuming for you, where you work, you should be able to get a discount on Safariland shit, I would think.
I got to see if they got Safariland. I never get to go downstairs because I'm always upstairs.
You're upstairs.
I mean, if it's a big gun shop, like you said, and they don't keep Safariland, that'd be kind of weird.
Yep.
Yeah.
Well, most of the stuff we use is all specialized. You're not going to find that sitting around.
Yeah.
Right. Well, you should be able to order it, though, and get a deal.
Yes.
Well, I gave you guys a 40% discount about a year ago. You should have all bought it already.
Hey, Rick, real quick, I just want to say thanks for having me on. I got to go.
See you over.
Appreciate it. Stay safe. Stay warm. See you on the next one.
But nice seeing everybody. It's been a while since I've been on one of the gun chats for a long time. I think the last one I was on was TR. So thanks for having me. Nice seeing you guys.
All right. You guys take care. Take care.
Hey, Wolverine, send me a message.
Yeah, you guys are neighbors.
Yeah.
Okay. I'll get on that.
All right, keep it going. I'm gonna go drain some Pure Leaf tea, and I'll be right back.
SoCal, how come you dumped your Shadow 2?
Why not?
I thought you were another one of those guys that never sold guns.
I don't know.
He
It was okay. I mean, it was just like, yeah, all right, it's pretty good.
What?
It's not a TSO, but I don't know. Just, it was bitching while the love affair lasted, but it was.
well, but he also had an
Yeah.
AccuShadow. You also have tons of other badass shit. So if you throw that into just a pool of badass stuff, it can be a little mediocre. And the reason I sold mine is I didn't have a reason to own it. I literally had no reason to own it. And I was at the point of selling stuff to buy the Atlas, and I'm selling more stuff now to buy the backup gun for the Atlas. And I don't know. It's easier to sell guns now than ever.
And we also don't forget in California, a lot of the cool guns that you guys get to own, hassle free, or not anywhere close to anywhere near affordable for most people here in California because the safe roster. So I bought that Shadow 2 for it was like $2,400.
Oh,
But I sold it for 27.
Good
So,
Lord, that's
right.
made money on it.
There you go. And
I
it is
could-
what it is.
I could buy 2 1/3 Shadow 2s for that.
Exactly.
Yeah, but you don't live in that state.
But I got a car.
Yeah, Daniel, you had me thinking the other day. My local gun shop took a trade in on a PO1 Omega.
You should have got it.
It's still there.
Get it.
They want $500 for it used.
Because I mean, the Shadow 2 is the only gun that I has that can shoot a tighter group. So
I'm actually looking to sell my 2 TSOs. And I want either 3,500 each, or I'll sell them both for $6,000 if you buy them both. But obviously,
I can buy one for $1,600, so I'm good.
Not in California, you can't.
yeah. We went and got like 5 of those on a Saturday morning, put them out on the shelf, and at noon they were all gone.
Yep, they're awesome
What's,
guns. They're so fun to shoot.
What caliber were they?
They had both the 9 and the 40.
What did y'all sell them for? Do you remember?
Around 16.
Worth it all day long.
Yeah. I mean,
I get an email almost every day from Grab a Gun saying they're back in stock.
Yeah, but the problem is the 40s, when they come in stock, the limited guys want them so bad, and Grab a Gun only gets like 1569, I think, for those. I sent a text out when they were back in stock, and I said, I bet in 15 minutes it's gone, and it was gone. And what's funny is Grab a Gun only gets one at a time, or maybe they only put one online at a time, and they put 2 in their store or something like that. I don't know really how it works.
I called on the 9mm a while back, and they said they had 15 of them.
Well, I can't imagine that, but that was probably a while back. When they get them 40s, they're gone. I mean, they're just impossible to get. That's why that's probably one gun I'll probably never sell. I already sold the 9mm to a guy I shoot with a lot, and he really wanted it, so it's gone. But the 40's staying because I got a lot of history with that gun.
Why didn't he go major and buy your 40 though?
Because it wasn't for sale.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah, I picked up one of those TSOs just to feel what that triggered like, and run it, and just to run it through the stuff without shooting it. And it was like, oh.
Daniel, y'all got a regular tactical sport there, the big silver and black one?
Not right now.
When you get one of those in, feel the trigger on it. It's even
I did.
better.
The TSO, the tactical sport. Yes, I did. It was like,
yeah,
wow.
I don't know why they made that trigger better than the TSO.
Here's a funny thing. In California, the safe handgun roster, the tactical sports is on the roster. But the TSO, being a different model because the grips are different and the gun's a different color, it's not the same gun and it's not on the roster.
More ammo capacity too on the TSO, isn't there?
No, it's the same
No,
exact
they're
magazine.
identical. They're identical. They're just different color and the grips are different. And it's
It
got
literally,
the
it
thumb brake.
literally is the same gun, and the TS is actually more dangerous because it has a lighter trigger.
Did you sell your TS, Rob?
God, I'm trying to. Jesus Christ, I only want $900 for it. Fucking holster, magazines, everything. And I mean, I paid $1,200, and I got a lot. I got probably $1,500 on all this shit I'm trying to sell. I just want to get rid of it. You know what I mean? And nobody wants it. Nobody wants it, and it's a great gun, but I'm not going to push it on nobody because I don't like to do that. But anybody out there wants a TS at a killer deal, let me know.
Big Johnson's out there saying you can buy a TSO 40 upper through Custom CZ 680.
Yeah, well, that's the guy that I sold the 9 to. That's his plan, is to just get an upper and throw it on there. But he's having fun with carry optics right now. He just wanted the gun to have it in case he wanted to go to limited, and I was happy to sell it to him. So anyway.
Yeah, I decided the other day I'm going to dump my last Glock, the 10 millimeter, and replace it with a SIG 1911 10 millimeter.
There you
I'm
go.
surprised you were going to do that.
You know, I went to the range Sunday and I shot my PO7, I shot my carry pistol, and I shot the Shadow 2, and then I pulled that 10 millimeter out and I couldn't shoot it because the trigger was so freaking awful. I was flinching so bad, it was just freaking terrible. I'm like such a trigger snob now that I started shooting CZs. It's like,
That's awesome.
I feel your pain.
and the frame on that Glock 20 is so huge, man. It's like, it's the biggest one they make. So, I mean, if I'm going to get a grip reduction done to it and then put a trigger in it, I'm going to put $400 in it. Forget that. I'll just go buy the Ruger SR 1911 and 10 millimeter or the SIG, one or the other, and not have to screw with it.
Oh, if you want to find out what really makes a trigger crazy, get some dry graphite lubricant and sprinkle that in your trigger group and on your hammer. But make sure you keep the gun pointed downrange. I was doing double taps with not trying.
That sounds pretty safe.
Well, I cleaned, that was on the Shadow, so I cleaned all that out of there, but I leave the dry graphite on my other ones, and it really smooths it out. I don't have a trigger pull tester. I would do a pull test on it.
My PO7, every time I shoot it, the trigger gets better. The more you dry fire that gun and the more you shoot it, the trigger just gets better all the time.
I just got a PO9 that I'm freaking loving. And I hate to say it, but the trigger is better than my VP9. God, it hurts to say.
I know, because my VP9's on my list, my short list of guns I want to get. I've never owned one.
The VP9 is it's a better feeling gun, but damn near just as good looking. But it's two different guns though, because you know the VP9 striker fired,
right.
And considering that the 09 is not, I guess that lends itself to HK, because if you're going to build a striker fired gun, you might as well do it like HK, because they nailed it. They're making Glock look like a bunch of faggots right now. Did I say that? Oh my goodness, that's not PC. I'm sorry.
The PO7 is a Glock 19 killer all day.
What the
VP9 is probably the nicest feeling pistol you'll ever hold. If you know, but everyone's grip is different. But there's something about the way that gun is built, and then you have to deal with the paddle shifters. You know what I'm saying? And that just is like, okay. So then you pick up but then, yep, I hear you. But I love that gun. I mean, that's probably one of my favorite all-time guns. Then you pick up the CZP-10C, and it feels almost the same way. But there's like, you know, it's questionable whether you're going to get a good one or a bad one, or the mag release is going to work or what have you. I happen to have a really fucking stellar CZP-10C, and that's the reason that's another gun I'll never sell, because it's got a super super aggressive grips, which I love, and it's ergonomics, and it doesn't have, you know, it's got the traditional mag release. They hit it out of the park.
My buddy's got the P10C and I have the P07, and we've both, after shooting the crap out of them, decided we like the P07 better. But I also put the sandpaper grips on my P07, so
Yeah.
Yep, P07. I like the double action. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying that's lesser of a gun. I'm just, you know, it's just if you're in a striker fired shit, the VP9 and the P10C to me are like. And there's other guys that'll do better reviews than I'll ever do on those guns because they own everyone on planet Earth. I don't own all of them, so take it with a grain of salt. For me, the ones I own, those are my two favorites. Those are my two best.
I pulled the decocker out of my P07 and put the safety in it.
I run a safety because that's what I'm used to in competition. Yeah. So naturally, when I pull a pistol, I drop the safety, and I'm used to it. Some people say, oh, that's just, you're going to get killed doing that. Well, not me, because every time I pull a pistol, the last 7,000 fucking times I've pulled a pistol, I've dropped the safety on it. I'm not worried about that.
I still like to rescind the mark about the gay people.
We already moved on. We moved on.
You know, I still have like guilty conscience there. But no, going back to what Robbie was saying about the VP9 and the paddle shifters and whatever, I've had the original US, the HK USP had that was like their first rendition of the little squeeze magazine release. That's basically what it is. You're holding the gun and then that's all you have to do.
It doesn't matter. They made a new version where it's got the button now.
Yeah, I know, but actually I like it more because you don't have to like break your grip to reach for that button. You just literally,
that gun also
all you do is pinch
your trigger finger. You can drop your trigger finger on it too.
You can do that, but it's just awkward because I don't know if you could press down that well with one finger. I pinch it. It's just like pinch.
You look so sexy doing that.
You have to break your grip off the gun. You get your finger on the trigger finger on it. You have to break your grip off a little bit.
That's the reason why I purchased that for my son when he first started shooting IDPA. You know, he's only 13, so his thumb wasn't long enough to hit the damn release anyway. So he used to use this finger though, not the trigger finger.
So he was doing like this, more like
yeah, he was like he was like that
trigger, like
and
then he was like this.
Yeah, shocker. If I get a VP9, I'm definitely gonna get the one with the button.
Comes off this.
The
they sell it like that now? I must have missed what y'all said. Sorry.
Yeah, they just came out.
My bad. Sorry guys. I wasn't paying attention. I'll make the whole chat look bad. Jesus Christ, I'm such an idiot.
And it's hard to do that, Rob.
I know. I'm trying my best right now too.
It is hard to do that, and guess what? You just know.
Oh fuck.
Yeah, I've never.
You know what? I'm not up to speed on guns, guys. I'm really not. For a guy that shoots as much as I do, I'm very narrow-minded. I only do what I do, and that's it. I don't care about none of the other shit.
Yeah, I tell you what, instead of trying to buy more pistols, like I just want to be better at the ones I have.
There you go.
Yeah, so that's like me. I found two CZs that I really like. Okay, the Shadow 2 and the PO1. So that's what I'm going to go with.
There you go. Just be good at it. Call it done. Yeah, I hear there's a lot of Dylan calendar stuff out there. We are in December, and
yeah, rumor has it it's Robbie's turn this year.
That's what I heard. I need to know because I need to know if I need to order.
But no, I have like 14 calendars laying around. They're not 19s, but yes, I'm gonna send. No one gets them for the dates anyway. So what I intend to do is to mail out all my old calendars to everybody and just relive the memories. That's what I plan on doing.
That would be kind of cool to go back in history and watch the big chaunch.
They're all from Calvin too. He's the one that sent them all in.
He's got to continue this going. So Calvin, Let's order this
No.
shit up.
No, man.
No,
I've been
it's
doing
not
this
8
for
years,
8 years.
I'll do it. I'll
How
send
we
out
have
the old
one?
ones.
One of you motherfuckers needs to take the reins. Just 1 year. Help
I'll
them.
do it.
Never mind.
I'll do
I'll
it.
buy my
I'll do
own
it.
calendar and
I'll do it. I'm gonna send out old ones and new ones, whatever.
consider this gone.
There's enough blue presses in this chat. They should be sending you fuckers a case for free.
No shit.
So you know that those calendars are like $10 a piece.
Yeah, it's a commitment. I get it.
I mean, it's not a commitment. This is my point, Rick. It's not worth a bottle of scotch. So if you're gonna bust me
No,
for
but by
it,
the time
what?
you
I'll
spend
send
the
you.
time and mail them out and all that shit, yeah, it's a big commitment. It's bigger
Yeah, it's
than
a pain in the ass. I'll tell you. I know it well.
Oh man.
Rob just explained to him how he can write that off on his taxes.
Yeah, Rob.
I got this.
He's got special shipping too.
Well, at least can you figure out what year so the dates line up right? Like if you have that many years, they should cycle back through.
I'll send you 2014. You'll love her.
Actually, that was one of the best calendars ever.
Okay, I'm looking forward to that.
I still have it hanging up in my office where customers walk through.
Yeah, that was a really solid calendar.
Can't flip the pages anymore, but other than that,
They're all clean.
August and November are stuck together.
all right. Tattoo Dragon 8's out there. Yeah, that would be kind of cool. I appreciate my calendar. That's for sure.
Well, I think between me and SoCal, our Dylan videos have got probably over 1 million views, and you don't get shit from Dylan. You got
way more than 1 million, dude. I guarantee you that.
Yeah,
I'm guessing probably 3 million. No joke. No joke. With the old videos that I have on SoCal Preps, easily 3 million.
Well, you probably have 2,800,000, and I probably have a couple 100,000. but yeah, I mean, anyway, they just do what they do, man. I tell you what, though, if you contact them, they hook you up, man. If you have a legitimate problem, I call them about some shit that was broken, and they were like, "Yeah, we'll replace it a couple times, but then you're on your own." I'm like, "Nah, dude, I just want the part number. I'm willing to pay for it." It was those little E-clips on top of the dies, And
what are you messing with those for?
Because I break them. I mean,
I break them.
I pull the handle a lot, man, and that's what holds the decapping rod, and eventually they just snap. But anyway, it's $10.
Decapping rods are spring loaded.
But the E-clip holds it. It's the resistance at the top after it's spring loaded or whatever. But anyway, you will break them. Anyway, long story short, they offered to send me free ones. I'm like, no, I'll buy. I've warned them.
The only reason why they're broken is now I was gonna bring Coda Boy into this shit.
I was gonna say the same thing. when you
shouldn't.
press in, you should ask for some calendars then, because that's gonna be a big bill.
You know what? Coda Boy should have to get the calendars because he just molested that 650 like I've never seen.
Yeah, he's on calendar suspension.
He doesn't deserve one the way he treated that machine.
No, in fact, he should have to give the calendar. I think I sent him a calendar. I don't know.
Oh, yeah. Who's got a good Photoshop program?
He needs to send it back.
If someone's got a good Photoshop program, just put his face on all the girls on one of those calendars and make a video.
SoCal could do that.
Anyway, long story short, I spent 2 hours in his little shed in his backyard trying to fix that 650 that he completely fucking destroyed. And I know that machine really well, and I couldn't fix it. There's something going on there. So anyway, y'all notice he hadn't reloaded no ammo lately.
Yeah, I'll be there, and I'm not saying I'm better than you, Robbie, at all, but I'm looking forward to seeing it in December when I'm there. Well, later this month.
You'll see what I saw, and I hope you can figure it out. I think the problem is there's just not enough parts laying around to fix it. That's basically the problem. So
yeah.
Yeah, and it's not gonna. That whole rebuild kit's not gonna fix it because that's the stuff that normally breaks, not the shit that he broke well.
Yeah, he needs.
Do you remember what was he loading when he trashed it? Was it 223?
Just 9mm, man. That's
Okay.
all.
I think I actually have a 9mm shell plate. Maybe I'll bring it with me.
Is there like explosion?
I'm sure his is shaped like a taco.
No, shell plate look good. It's that whole pusher thing for the priming system. It's fucked up. The spring's fucked up. I mean, and there may be some other stuff because you know, with a machine like that, when you fix one thing, then all of a sudden you see the other thing that you didn't see that's broken. So then you have to look that up.
Yeah. Chain reaction. It's a train wreck.
Was there explosions and fire?
Your best bet is to sneak in his shed, throw it in a box, and send it off to Dylan with a freaking self-addressed stamp back to his house.
Yeah, it's not a bad idea, really, considering the man's
probably the only way it's going to get fixed.
Gorilla fucking it, you know. He's just hard on shit, man, and that's why people love to have him review things.
Yeah, if it's gonna break, it is gonna break. We'll send it to the gorilla. What else is going on?
I was asking him why he never did a video on his Dylan, and he never answered me. So
he's trying to figure it out.
Shit's busted.
It's cold busted.
And I, on the other hand, I mean, Calvin, how many rounds you put through your 650 before you sold it to me? Fucking at least 10,000, probably more than that. I don't know.
God, that was, when was that? 2006. Or not
probably.
2006. It was 2011. Yeah, I think you're close. 10,000 to 15,000, something maybe.
I've put probably 40,000 maybe through it since then. So we're talking about, nearly 60,000 rounds. Not a single issue.
No. The second one I have has got, God, I don't know. I've probably run at least 8,300 blackouts through it.
Those are a little more stressful than 40 caliber 9mm. So,
and a few thousand 45s and 9mm through it too.
They're great machines, I mean, that's why they don't have to advertise. They got people like us.
My Dylans, the 1050s, cumulatively probably have 60,000 rounds through them.
Yeah.
TR
most of it's rifle.
TR said last night he's owned his Square Deal B for 30 years.
Yeah, there's a lot of stories like that out there.
They run forever. As long as they're lubricated, man. There's very few parts on them that wear out.
But what you got to understand is there's a lot of guys out there that's owned them for 30 years that only loads 1,000 rounds a year. I mean, we're talking about a machine that's put 60,000 rounds through it in 10 years, so.
It's pretty cool. There's a place that makes ammo by my work, and I've been in there and bought some stuff from them a few times over the years, and they've got 10 1050s set up with the motorized and the bullet feeders and case feeders and all that stuff, and all 10 of them sit right there on one bench and just run by themselves. It's pretty sweet to see.
Yeah, the Mark 7 is the way I'll probably end up going one of these days.
I'm surprised you haven't gone to the bullet feeder yet, Pops. I've been looking at them.
Well, I'm looking at the bullet feeder when I go Mark 7 because that's like that commitment all comes at one time. I like feeding bullets because that forces me to look in the case.
Yeah, I'm the same way. There's something about making ammo that there's there's something with pride, I guess. I don't know.
It's all good and dandy, but after 500, when I can't fucking.
Well, if you're not having fun anymore, you just stop. You can get to it tomorrow. It's not like you're under pressure to make ammo. You never shoot anyway.
Well, here's how I look at it. I can load 200 rounds a day, and that takes 20 minutes. And that's with me cleaning brass. I have the auto primer tube filler. I mean, I basically have an assembly line, and in 20 minutes a day, I can stay way ahead on what I shoot, because that's 1,000 rounds a week that I'm loading.
It's like morning cardio.
That's
You
absolutely
go to
right.
work, you have a cup of coffee, you watch the news. While you're watching the news, you pull the handle.
It's almost like it's not even. It doesn't even. It happens by accident, more.
So
or less.
do you switch off?
No.
No, you don't go ambidextrous.
I mean,
do
it's
that
only
occasionally because
it's
my
only
arm gets sore. Then
it's only 20 minutes.
Start feeding this way.
Okay, Rob, you
That's
make
why
these.
Rob's right arm is bigger than his left.
Okay, here's the solution, Rob. Because you go out there, you make these videos, you're pushing your truck, and you're wanting to get that even workout. Okay, get one of those things with the mat that rolls and you run on it. A treadmill,
Yeah,
and just rig up a gear up to your 650, where it just goes through, and you can go there. You can drink your coffee, and you can watch YouTube videos and reload all at the same time.
that'd be like that dude that plays the drum and the guitar at the same time, man. He sounds okay, but I want really good ammo. You know what I mean?
I don't know. I'd be surprised to see you go to a bullet feeder setup, because I would think that you'd be worried about stopping it too often to check the quality.
Well, that's the main reason I haven't gone to it, is because I haven't had to do any marathon sessions. If I keep to my 200 rounds every other day or so, like I said, a cup of coffee and it's done, I don't really have a problem. The biggest pain in the ass is filling primer tubes, and that's automatic for me now. My brass is cleaning. I stay ahead on that, and with the primer pockets out, wet cleaning on that is like butter. They dry within a day. I don't know. It's just really, really easy to load match grade ammo for 15 cents a round for 40 cal, and so it's not a big deal. That's the main reason I haven't gone to the Mark 7, is just I haven't had to.
Did you clean that whole entire drum of brass that you bought at one time?
No, I just do it as I need it. I don't know where to put it. And plus, once you clean it, it'll get dirty again with just dust in the air. So I clean it, 3 to 4. Well, I think I basically clean it 500 rounds at a time.
Okay.
And, so what I do is I clean my brass on Thursday. I lay it out on Friday, and by Monday it's dry.
Okay, I got a question.
Mario says you're the reloader master, Robbie.
Not me at all.
How many times can you reload brass before that sucker just splits?
I hate that question. It's an impossible question to answer. There's no right answer. Just never ask it again. Nobody ever ask that fucking question again. It's stupid.
Depends how much you swedge it, blah, 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 blah.
Well, if you fill it full of powder and cram the bullet in with a hammer, only twice.
Yeah, shit. I bet you got brass that you've reloaded 10 times.
Oh yeah, you can reload brass for 100 times. Depends on the load, 9mm, you can load it the rest of your life. If you load them hot 40s or 38s or 357, something that's a hot round, I mean, yeah, you can stress that brass to the point of cracking, and that when it cracks, it's done. That's the answer, basically.
When the primer won't stand anymore, Daniel, is a good sign it's done.
Okay. And I'm just saying, because I got some brass that I've been reloading for 2 years now, and the primers are getting loose, and there's some of them are starting to crack.
Well,
it's a good time to get rid of them then.
Yeah, a lot of times, I mean, I don't keep up with my brass. I try to cycle through it in natural ways. Most of my match brass stays on the ground. I never pick up brass at a match. So there's 150 cases every week that they just go away forever. And I slowly bring in new brass. So if you can find a natural way to just load it a few times and make it go away, that's the easiest way to just cycle it out of your life. You know what I mean?
Are there guys at matches that do pick it up every time they shoot?
Yep. And I'm like, what are you doing?
What a freaking pain in the ass.
Well, one, they have a rule. You're not allowed to pick up brass during the match. You have to pick it up after, because if you're picking up brass during the match, then you're not helping paste or score or do something. And
yeah, I could see them doing it afterwards.
Yeah, and so the brass Nazis will come in there with their little scoopers and they'll get it all up. For me, that's an opportunity to just purge a certain amount of brass every week out of my life, and so I don't want it back.
Those 45s that Coda Boy loads, I know you were using that brass more than a couple times. Those things are fucking ridiculous.
Those, you mean the one that blew up? That was a 9mm.
No, that's different.
He came up here to shoot with me. He brought his 1911 that he built, and he had loaded some shit for it. And he's like, "Yeah, this shit's a little hot. You might want to be careful." And then that trigger he had in that thing is about maybe a pound. It scared the shit out of me. I was like, it recoiled like 44 mag. I was like, what the fuck?
Well, that's because it was loaded for 44 mag.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think he uses a bathroom scale to fucking measure ammo.
He's like, yep, that's about right.
He has a spice scale.
Or was this some stuff he loaded?
Ounces. It's ounces, not grains, right?
Yeah.
So this
grams, same thing, whatever.
is the stuff he just gets reloaded before his press broke, huh?
Mario Mosen wants to know, how does the CZ shoot in 40? Is it smoother shooter compared to other brand pistols?
The TSO or which 40? I mean, my TSO, it's compared to the 9, it's almost no different. It's just a heavy pistol. Plus, I had the thumb rest on it. It was made for limited division, and that's one reason why you'll never see a match full of limited minor guys in a USPSA competition, because you can shoot you can load to major power factor and shoot a 40 cal. And this is making Rick smile right now, because back in the day he was preaching to 40 and we didn't understand it. But you can load to major power factor, which is a requirement for USPSA, and shoot it almost as effectively as you can a 9mm and not notice the difference, but your scoring is improving. So that's why people love to run a 40 cal in USPSA. This is not tactical shooting. This is not everyday, like combative type shooting. This is not IDPA. USPSA is its own animal. And if you don't understand it, you won't sometimes understand why things are done. And I didn't for the longest time. I bought a lot of 9mm pistols to shoot USPSA until I realized if I wanted to be good at it, I had to shoot 40 cal.
Yeah, you can still load your 40 cal subsonic to make major, right?
Well, the funny thing is, if you go to a major match or you go to anything level 2 or up, they check your ammo, So you have to make major power factor. Now, you take that same pistol like I do and go shoot 3-gun, there's no major or minor power factor in 3-gun, but I can still shoot a 180 grain bullet at steel. So I have any advantage. So I have a 3-gun load and I have a USPSA load. And yes, the 3-gun load is lighter. It just makes the pistol cycle, and I can throw them out there like rocks and make steel go everywhere.
Yeah, he said the reason he asked was because he shoots Glocks and 40 cal and they're not fun to shoot, which I agree with. They're very flippy, all the Glock 40s they make.
Yeah, all the factory 40 cal ammo is super snappy. And what Robbie's talking about is totally different ammo, especially for like Rick's Infinity or Rob's what is it, Atlas, that the throats are way deeper, and you can add way more powder, make a super long round. They'll still fit in the magazine, and they shoot like butter, but you still make power factor.
Yeah, back in the day, I used to go to some carry class all steel matches, and a guy that worked at the gun range I shot at a lot loaded me some 40 cal for my Glock 27, and it was real light stuff. Like, it barely cycled the gun. The brass would just pee out of it. And yeah, it's a huge difference.
That's it. It's not a self-defense round, so you want the, and it's not even about that. You want the right consistency where where your barrel's going right back to where you want. So getting used to that and getting the cycle rate down with the timing of your shot. So there's a lot of it in there. It's not about just shooting light. It's a lot of it's about the timing of your gun too.
Well, you know how you fix that? You just buy a Nemesis and the sight's part of the frame and it doesn't move with the slide.
Or you buy an Infinity.
Or an Infinity. Yeah, they do the same thing. I'm on the Infinity bus, dude. Fist bump.
They're all good guns, but it has a lot to do with that. It has a lot to do with it. It's I don't know. Pops can tell you, SoCal. It's about getting that thing down. I think even the Humble Marksman talks about it, especially on a double tap. You change out a spring, you try it out again, and it can be a big drastic difference in what your groups are. If you sat there and just shot one time, then the next shot, you're not going to notice it. But when you start shooting faster, 2 shots at the same target, that's when you'll notice it open up or close.
Yeah.
And so Rob's probably got a lot more information into it because he's been shooting a lot. So,
SoCal, did you buy an Infinity?
Oh, maybe.
Oh, a couple of them, man. Nice.
Dick.
Yeah, he's on the
He's
on
trying
the,
to.
he's on the what do you call it, the
Wannabe list.
no, it's the what do you call the goddamn the Noah's Ark thing where you get a male and a female
two at a time.
Yeah, you get a male and a female. Yeah, you got to team them up together. So if the zombie apocalypse happens, you'll have 2 of them, and then they can mate, and then perhaps, like at the end of the world, when everything comes back, they'll be able to enrich the. Yeah.
So
Very
were
smart.
those on the approved list?
I don't really want to talk about that.
I was gonna say, yeah, because if not, they had to be 10 grand a piece.
No, they're
No, there's a lot of things that you don't know about this transaction that don't need to be discussed in this conversation.
Yeah, I'm sure he would explain it to you personally, but he doesn't really want to talk about it here. But
I get the gist of it.
Yeah. He's gonna be a lucky guy one day. Heck yeah.
Calvin, did you see that little note I posted on our little side thing?
I saw something pop up, but I don't know what it was.
It's not the whole rig though. It's just the just the holster. And if you want to look at it, it's a double alpha. What's it called, Rob? The holster you have? Range Master?
Well, the Race Master, but yeah, I don't think that's the way to go when you're trying to shoot IDPA or Outlaw or something like that. I mean,
I'm getting taken care of for IDPA.
I'm gonna tell you right now, and this made people be like, "God, that's a piece of shit." The Blade Tech, with the simple little belt rig, you can wear that on the outside, wear a cover garment, and you take that cover garment off, and boom, you got USPSA rig. So I say buy a Velcro inner belt of anyone's manufacturer, buy an outer belt of anyone's manufacturer, whether it be Double Alpha or Safari or what have you. Hang the $40. What did I just say? What was the name of it? The plastic holster, what have you?
Blade Tech.
Yeah, hang the Blade Tech on that. IDPA, throw a cover garment on it. USPSA, take it off. Outlaw, take it off. It's very little money. You already have the belt. So if you decide you want to upgrade or step into competitive shooting a little more, you already have the foundation for an excellent rig. But that is the cheapest, absolute best way to get into everything all at one time.
That sounds like what you guys should do a video on.
Well, he's
actually there's. Oh, I was going to say that
one for IDPA.
Be careful what belt combo you buy. I would buy it both the inner and the outer from the same company, because some of them come with the hook on the inner and the loop on the outer, and then vice versa.
That's
and
a
if you end up
story.
with both the same, they're not going to really work so good.
That's a good point.
And here's the beautiful thing. You can hang it on the belt you have on right now. You don't need all that competition bullshit. What I'm saying is, if you want to get something you can build into, but you can hang that Blade Tech on your friggin' belt. You just whatever belt you got, and you can run IDPA, USPS, or whatever you want. And you don't need all that Velcro stuff. I'm talking about if you want to start building into a rig that maybe you might can grow into over time, but you don't need all that. You basically just need the holster, a cover garment, some pistol you can run, and IDPA. Basically, IDPA gun is going to let you run in any other outlaw or USPSA, and that's what I'm doing with Dirt Road coming up. He's taking his IDPA gun. He's running limited USPSA with me, but I'm giving him bigger magazines so he can run more capacity to run limited class. That's the only difference, and he doesn't have to wear a cover garment. So that's it.
Yeah, I have the Blade Tech that Rob sold me for my Shadow too, and I bought the $20 Tech lock to hook to it, and you're done.
Exactly. Best thing ever.
Eh.
Well, best thing ever to start with.
Yeah.
It's slick. You unloosen the tension on it. You can rip it out of the holster. I mean, what else?
Nothing wrong. They're all good. They're all good.
Yeah, I just use it when I go to the range for right now.
Yeah, you start getting in all this specialized shit, and then all of a sudden you can only shoot one thing. You can't shoot everything. I mean, you can't run a race holster in IDPA. So I mean, why limit yourself to that?
That's pretty true right there.
All right, Mario's asking about the Stoeger 3000. He had a question out there. I know you're running the Benelli, the Terran Tactical. Well, what's a regular Benelli running? The M2, 15, 16?
No, like $13.99,
Yeah,
$1,400.
Yeah, so the Stoeger's like right at 5, I think.
Now, Benelli M2 does make a factory M2 gun from the factory for about $2,000, and then you can buy the Benelli M2 field, send it to Terran, and get them to trick it out, and it's a little bit better than the Benelli M2 gun. And that runs how much, Calvin?
I think it's a lot better.
Yeah, well, yeah, I mean that's
well,
like,
maybe not a lot better.
27, 28.
For the price, if you buy the gun, sending it to Terran is an additional, like, just 13. After shipping and all the bullshit, call it $1,500. So you're into it for basically $2,900, $3,000, something like that.
And there's a reason everyone that shoots 3-gun runs that shotgun. It's the best. But the Stoeger M3000, I mean, that's what I started with, and that's a great shotgun.
For the price, it's great, but
absolutely
they do make better.
Yep. Nothing wrong with it. Never spend so much on one gun that you feel bad about getting into a sport. Get into it cheap.
That's it. You can always upgrade.
Yep. If you love the sport, I mean.
Well, that's the cool thing about a Stoeger. A Stoeger, Benelli, and Beretta, they're all basically sister companies. In the Benelli M2 stuff, a lot of parts fit on the Stoeger 3000.
Well, Benelli and Stoeger are the same company.
Yeah. So
you'll never get anyone to tell you what fits and what don't. You have to.
There is a couple modifications, like for the. Well, a good example would be the what the hell is that piece called for the loading port? The part SoCal just bought one. The
follower.
Yeah, not the follower. The
lifter.
The lifter, yeah, that lifter is basically like all that's kind of the same. The springs that run the trigger,
yeah, but if you open that port up a lot, you got to have the Terran extended lifter anyway. So
Yeah, but the lifter on the Benelli 3-gun and the lifter on the Terran are identical.
Oh, okay.
I did a pretty comprehensive review on the combination, or well, at least the comparison of them both.
You did.
I don't know if I hit everything, but
But what you didn't have next to it was the M2 Field, which is a lot of people buy to send to Terran. So
well,
that's
I couldn't because
you didn't have one.
well, I had it at one time, but when I got it back, it wasn't the same.
Yep. Yeah. No, I hear you, and that's. But so that's where that's bridging of all the information is. This is the thing you send them. This is what you get back, and this is the thing that's almost as good, but not as good as that. But anyway, it's that'd be interesting to do a triple side by side.
There's some good shops out there you can send those Stogers to get some sweet loading port work done and get the triggers done in them, which makes a big difference.
Yep. I tell you what I don't like about the Stoger is the big fat grip. It reminds me of hanging on to the Tactical Sport, and the M2 is like holding on to the TSO. It's nice, tight. It's up in your face. It's really good. It feels good.
See, that's funny because I'm the opposite. I don't like that big bump right when you're loading the shells in, where they have to grind it all down. The Stoger comes smooth off of that end. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, no, I mean you know your shotguns. I would trust you.
Terran grinds all that crap away. That bump.
Yeah, I don't understand why they even put it there. Anyways, it's right in the damn way.
Those Stogers are very economical as far as price.
They are. It's a great shotgun for what it is. I mean,
I think I bought their 3-gun shotgun, the M3 3-gun version, for $600.
Yeah. And I think I only paid $500 for mine, but I had to buy the extension tube. But Robbie had the extended mag release, not mag,
the bolt release. Yeah.
The safety, I think, too. But yeah, I mean, for the price, those things are bomb.
Yeah.
Yeah. And if you just run with those Rio shells, I think y'all like to run. They supposedly run pretty good.
I love the Rios. Hey, Rob, for some reason, if you come across one of those awesome deals and you're driving by and you're like, these don't work for me, but I know a buddy that has them, buy every one of those motherfuckers and I'll pay you for them because I can't get them anywhere.
I got, man, last time, I tried to tell you when to buy them last and you didn't get it. But anyway, I bought 4 cases. So I got 400 of them shells that you love so much at a deeply, deeply discounted price. I'll probably hook you up because I can run birdshot now, just regular old with that Terran shotgun. It'll run the shittiest ammo on planet Earth.
Will it? It'll feed everything, huh?
Yeah. I still have one of the recoil springs from.
I swear to God, you could put a dog turd in there and it'll shoot it.
12-gauge dog turd.
Yeah.
That's right. I got some big gliders. I'll throw that thing. That's awesome. It is a beautiful gun.
I'm really impressed with that shotgun. It's amazing.
I'm glad you like it, dude. That's cool.
I appreciate you giving it up, man. That was awesome, man.
Well, you made it easy. That's for damn sure. And look at it. I got some big-ass tires on my Jeep for it, too.
Yeah, and I didn't have to wait 90 days or ship nothing anywhere. So
it pops on those bullets you just got. What was the name of that company? Because you got Brian Marks asking where we buy reloading components.
That was Everglades. Although, I kind of made that video hoping they would,
hook you up.
Hook me up, and I sent them an email, and I'm like, hey, man, I love your bullets, blah, blah, blah. Do you want to sponsor my match videos? They fucking shut me down. They're like, nah, we don't sponsor nobody, blah, 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 and this, and that, and the other thing. I'm like, that's cool. I just kept it professional. Like, I was just throwing it out there, whatever. But I do love their bullets. I'm not going to hate on them because they wouldn't give me a discount or nothing. I do love their bullets. They're great. Everglades, I think you get the most bullets for your money for plated bullets. Now, can you get a coated bullet for cheaper? I'd say, even though I'm an Acme bullet guy, I'd say buy from Blue Bullets because they support USPSA more than anybody. So buy Blue Bullets or Gallant Bullets. And then if you just want the cheapest bullet on planet Earth, I think Acme's probably the cheapest.
Okay, before you do that, did they finally figure out a way to get the powder off? I heard there was rumor that.
No, blue bullets don't make your hands blue no more.
Okay, that's what we needed to know.
That's what they say on the box. I don't.
Is that what it says now? Yeah, because that video, man,
it says no more blue fingers. It literally says that on the box.
Yeah, I did a video on that shit, and I think there's quite a few views on that. I think they were like, okay, we got to figure this shit out because it's the only one.
I've never loaded a blue bullet in my life because, you know, I just kind of got into sport quickly. I started buying ammo cheap, and I found Acme, and I just, you know, I bought fucking 20,000 bullets from Acme, and then I decided to just recently go to Everglades for the plated.
Yeah, I never realized how much the smokiness of those powder-coated bullets had an effect on the longer range shooting in competition until you did that video. I was like, fuck, that's crazy.
It's a bigger deal than you know until you think about it. And then you go, holy shit, I've been shooting through a fucking smoke screen my whole life. And shooting not through a smoke screen is so much nicer. It's ridiculous. Now, that was tight group powder in that shot, and I forgot to mention that. And tight group is more of like a shotgun-based powder, so it's going to be smokier. And when you shoot Vithivori powder with a plated bullet, you ain't going to get no better than that. And so I was comparing the best of the best with, like, mediocre and shitty, you know, so.
Yeah.
But I got my point across, I think. You know?
You did. That would be basically anything over, you know, 7 yards. It's a huge deal.
Yep.
Yeah, especially when
taking those shots. The second stage that I posted where those shots were way out there, can you imagine me taking those with those big?
Well, dude, you were shooting like the sun was at like 45 degrees over your head in front of you. It's literally illuminating that cloud right in front of your face.
Yep.
Makes it extra difficult to see through.
I'll tell you the other thing too for me is when you shipped me this pistol with the green fiber optic in it, I always used red, and I'll never fucking use red again.
Nope.
Green is so much better.
It's so bright.
Yeah.
It's friendlier for some reason, and I don't know why, but
because it illuminates lighter. It's brighter.
Yep.
It just is what it is.
But in different parts of the country, they'll shoot red for different reasons. You know, when people always ask me, "Wow, it's so green and grassy around you. Why don't you shoot a red dot? You know, fiber." I mean, because you're putting the green on the brown paper. You're not putting the green on the grass. And if you put a red on paper, I don't get the warm fuzzy feeling like I do with green on the cardboard. So that's why I stick with green no matter what. It has nothing to do with your surroundings. It has more to do with what you're pointing the fucking pistol at. So,
did you ever put your thumb rest back on your gun, or are you done with it?
I put it back on and shot the last match with it. Shot the last 2 matches. I shot that match that I won limited class 100%. I shot it with it on there. I only took it off for 1 match and 1 training session, and then I put it back on. I did so well with it back on. I kept it on, and I did pretty good in the last match. And I'm gonna shoot with it from here on out. I'm just trying to be more disciplined about driving the gun. You know, driving the gun is tricky because you're trying to time your shot going off with your pushing the gun down to mitigate the recoil for the follow-up shot. It's incredibly, it's brain interactive. I'll just say that. And but just riding the recoil doesn't get you the faster follow-up shot. So the thumb rest helps with that. So at the end of the day, it's better if I use it. I just gotta pay attention and use it better.
That's what I've been working on too, is trying to get my grip in line. Because even like, you know, after like 7 or 8 shots, I start loosening up my left-hand grip.
Yeah. Best thing to do there is just empty a magazine slowly and keep that grip on the gun, and then take a break for about 3 seconds. Keep the grip on the gun. Just hold the grip, and break the next shots, and just try to vary your timing on the gun. And just so what I would do is I would literally, to just try to keep my focus on keeping the grip on the gun, I would take a few shots. I would literally walk around slowly, like keeping my grip on the gun, and then shoot again, and then speed it up, and I do a lot of things off camera, but you got to train yourself not to break the grip off the gun while you're moving. And it's hard to do because a lot of times, especially in USPSA or action shooting, you want to break that grip so you can drive with that other arm to get you to the next position. And then getting that grip back on the gun before you're ready to shoot is something really, really hard to learn.
See, I kind of wanted to try the palm swell grips, but I don't think that I would be able to keep my right thumb on the safety if I went to the palm swells.
Well, yeah, I don't know.
Because that's kind of how I like to shoot this pistol, is with my right thumb on top of the safety.
But it's got the extended safety on it, right?
Yes.
You don't need it. You want the thumb up anyway. Any gun with a beaver tail, you get more leverage by pointing your thumb up than you do by pushing down on the safety. If you think about the pressure you have on that beaver tail, if you point that thumb up, you're actually pushing way high up on that beaver tail and you're getting more leverage on the gun. So riding the safety is one method, but there's also another method. So if you can't ride that safety, all you have to do is just point that thumb up and you're just jamming that webbing onto that beaver tail. You're doing the same thing, just in a different way.
Yeah, 'cause my problem is I have big hands and short fingers. Doesn't work.
I hear you, but just don't, try different stuff. That's all I'm saying.
You gotta fist it, Betty.
It's crazy. Grips.
Yeah, the slim grips feel nice because I can get my hand all the way around and touch my right thumb to my my middle finger on my right hand, but which I think is where you're supposed to be.
It's funny because if you talk to, let's say you talk to 10 people, you'll probably learn at least 4 different ways to grip that pistol. Because you got like Rob was talking about, I should grab a pistol, but then like something that you may or may not have heard about is like the C method, where you're basically you're not doing anything with the sides. It's all about the back and the front. You guys heard about the C method?
Well, it's the push-pull method as well. Your support hand is pulling and your primary hand is pushing. You're basically getting all your grip from the front and the back. There's no side. It's a very, very something like a Glock shooter might experience.
And you're wanting the gun to run this way instead of, like you said, Rob, pushing pressure this way.
The bottom line is the more real estate you can get on a gun, the better. But the problem is everyone's hand's different and every pistol's different, and it's almost like snowflakes when you talk about it. But what you want to do is prove to yourself that you're not pushing the gun left or right as you're gripping the gun. You want the gun to be in basically left or right harmony, where you're going up and down and all you're doing is watching the sight come back on target. Bang, bang, bang. If you're having to work all this out of your shots to get the sight picture back, it's all wrong. You got to get the grip right where it's doing just this and just this only. And then whatever that works for you is what it works for you. That's why you never see someone say, this is how you should do it. I mean, it's always options. It's always, well, this is one way,
That humble marksman video that he did maybe a couple weeks ago, but he was talking about, well, he wasn't talking about it, but he was referencing a bunch of people, or a couple people that were, he kept, at least the one thing that sticks out in my mind from that video was having the palms of your hands being soft. That really was like, wow. That was a huge eye opener for me. And I literally tried it the next day. I was going out to the range after I'd watched that video, and I tried it, and it was just like, I shot like I normally do, where I'm pushing together and then tight, super hard grip, not so much with the trigger hand, but crunching, terrifying grip with this hand. But then I kind of just tried to roll it together and just kept a lot of the pressure on the meaty part of my thumbs and the backs of my palms, and then tried to feel the sensation of the grip floating in the palms of my hands, but then keeping tension with my fingers as well. So literally there was nothing, like no tension in the palms of my hands. It was night and day, dude. It's freaky.
Yeah, that's
I never would have thought.
That's how I was originally taught, was to grip more with the left hand and, you know, less with the right, so that you can manipulate the trigger better. But when you get a gun with a halfway decent trigger, you don't know how to fucking do that.
Yeah, the bottom line is you either want equal pressure left and right or zero pressure left and right. You can have the same exact results with two different methods. If you have exactly 10 pounds of force on the left and the right, you still have a gun going up and down. If you have zero force going left and right on both sides, it's the same effect, so long as you have a good enough grip. The thing you have to figure out on your own is what works best for you with your with the recoil, and how you can drive the gun if that's your style, and how to get quicker follow-up shots. And therein lies the quest, as I like to say. It's not easy to figure out. There's a lot of rounds down range trying to figure out what works best for people.
Yeah, the push-pull seems to work the best for me for mitigating the recoil. But, you know, I'll try the thumbs up thing and see how that works. But I don't have any problems with that pistol pulling shots left or right. It's either low, high, or down the middle.
See, and that's what's hard when you transition from shooting left to right or right to left, is as soon as you swing over, you know, and your axis of your body's, you're trying to follow the whole thing, but at the end of the stroke per se, like at your farthest to your right or left, your arms are changing. So as I go like this, I can't show it, but your one hand's getting longer than when you go back the other way. So it's when you talk about pressures, when it comes to that, you know, it's something else you got to take into effect.
But you'll hear people preach to you, you should not, your shoulders and all this should stay the same.
You need to do it from the hips.
Everything has to happen with your knees and your hips, and then therefore none of that really is supposed to change. Now, maybe you have a quick transition that you could rip the gun over and take pretty quick. I get that. But generally speaking, I mean, your whole upper body should be, your eyes go to the target and your body is going to turn and just naturally go to it. But if you're just moving your arms alone independently, it's never, ever, ever.
Yeah, you got to be like a tank turret. You got to at least, you know, hips, knees kind of deal. But I'm just saying, like, as you're turning, things are changing. So it's like, or even walking or stepping.
Well, I mean, the whole movement thing is a different ballgame, but when you're standing in one place shooting and trying to make transitions, it definitely should be, I mean, your shoulder, elbow, grip, all that should maintain its basic structure.
I actually think what I need to do too is I need to move, after this last 3 mags I shot through this gun, is I think I need to move the sights down. I don't know if you guys can see this, but this is the last target at 10 yards with 3 mags I shot with it.
And move the sights down?
Yeah.
I don't know if I would do that.
How many yards and what bullets are you shooting?
10 yards with factory ammo.
What weight bullets and what caliber?
115 9 mils.
I wouldn't do nothing.
No, I wouldn't either. So what's your point of aim? Are you using the top of the sight at the are you blading the center of the target, or are you placing the dot on the blade on the center of the target?
The green fiber on the center of the target. Okay,
so there you go. You should be shooting the top of the blade at the center of the target instead of the green dot on the center of the target. That's why you're a little high.
I'm sorry, I was looking at comments. So are you putting the fiber on the target or the top of the blade?
The fiber.
Oh, okay. Yeah, never hide the target. Rule number 1. The problem with putting the fiber on the target is you're hiding the target. Why would you hide the target? Never hide the target. The fiber is for quick sight acquisition. Top of the blade to the top of the rear blade is where you should line up your sight. So next time you go shoot that pistol, line up the top of the blade. The fiber is
That's something to focus on. That's all.
Yep, and in your eye draws to it. You have to train your eye not to draw to it. It's just it's a merely for quick acquisition, but the back of the bullseye of where you're shooting should be at the top of the metal blade of the front sight.
So the bottom of the bullseye is you should be putting the top of the blade on it.
Well,
it's sort of like setting it's almost like you're making an ice cream cone. So the top of the ice cream cone is the top of the blade, and you're putting the target on the top of the blade, if that makes any sense at all.
yeah, just don't ever hide the target.
Like that.
That's
If that's the center.
Yep.
Yeah.
If that's
right.
the center,
Top of the blade on the bullseye.
like that.
Okay.
And make sure you're never looking over your sights. Some people get in a bad habit of getting a good sight picture, but they're looking over the rear sight to see the front sight better. That's what he did. That's what Calvin does. So make sure when you pull the shot, verify it with a bench rest if you need to. Your rear sight, front sight, target focus, what have you, is in line, and then you can go to work, freestyle or what have you.
Red October's got a question about, have you ever seen anybody trip? Every once in a while I see people trip, but the problem comes in, or he was talking about penalties. It's when somebody's shit falls on the ground, a loaded gun or whatever, that's disqualified.
Matt Pierce threw a gun on the ground on a match. You weren't there. It was me and Coda Boy, right?
Yeah, it was my holster.
I saw the video.
But if he falls like Coda Boy, he fell one time, but he had a good trigger discipline, and he kept the barrel pointed towards the targets.
Yep, timer
all
keeps
you gotta
running.
do is get back up and keep on trucking.
And he did. He was very well disciplined on that stage. And matter of fact, X-Ring was ROing him, and he stayed right there. And I was watching him. I'm like, oh shit, he went down. And I was watching X-Ring, and he didn't do nothing, because you're not allowed to do nothing. You can't tell him it's okay, keep going. You can't coach him. And I know he didn't say nothing. I was in the back of my head. I was like, go, get the fuck up. Go, go, go. And he did. He got sprung up, and he hauled ass. And that was really fucking awesome. But I was at a 3-gun at Sand Hill Shooting Sports, and there was this one stage where you shot everything here, and you ran over here and you shot everything. And this one guy fell down, and his gun came out of his holster, and he lost control of his AR-15. And both guns ended up on the ground, loaded, chambered, ready to go, but on safe, pointed back at the crowd. And it's a very stressful situation. You obviously get DQ'd for that. And, nobody gives, what, shit happens. You're out there, you're running around, and your shit flies everywhere. At the end of the day, you all get together and go, man, I'm glad, no one got hurt. That sucks. You got DQ'd. And, things just happen. I've seen PCC guys run into a fence, and the gun gets turned around backwards and pointed straight at the RO, muzzle right in his fucking face. And it just happens. It's probably not the safest sport, but it's still not the dangerous sport. But yeah, things happen, and unless someone's being stupid, we all try to build that person up and not make them feel bad, and so on and so forth. But it happens all the time. If you go to any USPSA match on practice score and look at the bottom, you will see dudes that are DQ'd all the time. People get DQ'd all the time.
You got Bald and Curious. He's calling BS on the red. When you shoot red dot, you put dot on the target. Why should foe be different?
Because he doesn't know what the hell he's doing.
We're still trying to get Bald and Curious to talk English, so.
Well, you don't hide the target. You never hide the target. With a red dot, what else do you have? Have him answer that for me. Where are your iron sights when you have a red dot? You don't have one. So with a red dot, you put the red dot on the target, you pull the trigger. With iron sights, the red dot is for target acquisition. I mean, not for target acquisition, for sight acquisition, not target acquisition. and you never hide the target. You always aim at the top of the blade. And
I mean, I've never shot a 3-gun competition in my life, but I know there's some stages that you're shooting 60 to 80, maybe even 100 yards with a handgun. Rare. It's rare, but maybe it happens. In those situations, I remember shooting at the farm when I can't remember what we were competing for, but a couple farms ago, and trying to shoot that gong with your blade that high elevated, trying to hit that gong at 100 yards with a 9mm. You can't even see it, much less. So why even
when that target is that small,
handicap.
And think about shooting a 6-inch plate rack at 20 yards.
Yeah, you're handicapping yourself.
On it, you can't see the target. So
no, exactly.
Yeah,
that's my point. You're handicapping yourself.
Yep. No. You were. I understood what you were saying. It was spot on.
We were shooting that gong for Dirt Road's giveaway.
That's right.
Yeah, and I hit it on the first time.
I found out that you don't have to aim the 10mm very high at 100.
Yeah. So I know Val has his own way, and he's a really good shooter. But, maybe he should try it a different way. It might make him a little better. You never know.
Yeah, you might get out of B class or get to B class.
Never know.
Don't.
One thing I notice about Bald and Curious is his long distance shooting with a pistol is pretty freaking good.
He's accurate.
Yeah.
But he hides his targets, so I don't see how that is. I think he's just lucky.
I was going to say the same thing. I don't remember him being good long range at all.
Oh, he has a lot of videos on it where he shoots 25, 50 yards with a pistol, and he's freaking good.
Oh, that's not long range. I was thinking like 100, 150 yards.
Oh, no. Nah.
Well, here's a lesson for everybody. Just because it works for one person, don't mean it's the right way to do it. Never hide your target. Never put your target behind the fiber on a pistol because you can't see what the hell you're shooting at. Put your target behind the top of the blade when it's level with the top of the rear blade and learn to shoot that way because then you can see what you're shooting.
It makes sense.
Bald said,
I'm curious. Everybody's in production in New York. You can't have a real gun.
And Lucy Force. He's using the Lucy Force.
Lucy Force.
Diggity.
It works for him. He shoots well, so I got nothing to say about it. But
yeah, but you know what? If you never try something different, you never know if you've been doing it wrong.
Yeah, I mean, I've never been forced to have to shoot that way because I either go, to the indoor range or, I go shoot and only transition between a couple targets. And when we were at the farm, I was shooting the red dot on the steels and they were close. So,
well, and the other thing is every target is different. If you're shooting USPSA target at 7 yards, I mean, you make sure the green fiber is somewhere on that cardboard and you pull the trigger twice. You don't even think about it.
Right. Same thing kind of.
It does matter. It does matter. But if you shoot them all like that, you're fucked.
Good stuff, gentlemen. Good stuff. We should wrap this up here in about 15 minutes. So let's start saying our goodbyes, our hellos. Daniel, you've been quiet, buddy. I want to hear something out of Daniel. God is my judge. He's dreaming about CZs right now.
Daniel, are you guys still hunting rifle season, or are you on the muzzle loader now?
We got one more weekend of the shotgun straight walled rifle.
Okay.
And then January we'll have the muzzleloader.
What is your guys' law on the straight walled cartridges for length? Is it the same as Michigan?
Right now it's everything straight walled. So like 45-70 is the biggest caliber I've seen around.
Okay. So yeah, see in Michigan 450 Bushmaster as long as we can go.
Well, that's not too bad. It's got better ballistics than the 45-70.
Much.
Have you ever killed a deer that had too many back straps that you'd send south?
They never have enough backstraps.
Don't they have like 8 or something like that?
All depends on how big the herd is.
Do they have any extra jerky that is headed south?
If Rick, next time I see you, if I have some left, I will bring it.
Oh man, I would love some jerky or some meat to make jerky. Whatever you got.
Sounded gay.
There's a store here in Michigan.
You can sound as gay as you want, but man, you get some good freaking venison.
Rick wants some meat for jerky.
There's a store here in Michigan that has like some of the best jerky ever, and they ship it worldwide.
You ever hear of that Uncle Mike's jerky?
No, I've never heard of Uncle Mike's. The place I'm talking about in Michigan is called the Dublin General Store. And they ship it all over the world. It's phenomenal.
TR shaved, I guess.
Uh-oh.
You see that icon on his last video?
No.
He shaved the mohawk?
No, not the mohawk. He looks like about a 10-year-old kid.
Yeah, he's definitely a guy that's aged pretty well. He does look young.
I'll have to go check that out. Regulator 308's here. Brian Marks. Red, at our club we shoot 25 to 100 yard, but we're shooting 686. Oh,
I was supposed to be doing an outro. I forgot about that. Hey, thanks
I
for
think
having
the
me on.
farthest I've shot pistol red was asking on a competition is probably 50 yards with a pistol.
Yeah, we had a gong at 50 yards at that 1.3 gun down on that long range deal. You had to shoot. You had to clean that target before you could go to rifle, and that was frustrating. It took me like 7 shots.
That stupid spinner's the one I hate.
I've made it my friend with them bullets.
Yeah. You beat me at my own game that I used to beat you at. I'm like the 40, baby, the only thing. But I'm like, I gotta try this new pistol out. I gotta shoot this fucking.
Yeah, you made the wrong selection for that match for sure.
I know. I need 2 that look identical so I can just swap out mags and.
Hey, money's no object. Go for it, bud. Fucking get her done, man.
Get her done. No. All right, do an outro, Daniel.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. That sounds like a Pop's Quest outro, actually.
No, his is just a gone.
Got bazink. I know.
It's Christmas time. I'm not going to be mean no more.
Oh, yeah, that's right. We're supposed to be nice again because it's Christmas time, according to the old text. Bad Billy 429, all the way up from the north side of the United States.
Yeah, you guys have a good night, man. Thanks for having me on. I appreciate it. It was good talking with you guys.
It was fun. It was a lot of fun.
Yeah, you too. I haven't seen you on chat in a long time. Good to hang out with you.
Yeah, for sure.
All right,
Hopefully in the springtime we'll get to hang out again.
Yeah, we haven't figured it all out, but you'll be the first one to know, or the second or third, whatever.
let's fly all the way to the West Coast and give old WTF time.
WTF time. Thanks for having me on, man. I got nothing. No plans. I'm going to try to develop a little Grendel ammo in the future, but that's about it. Thanks for having me on. Everybody out in the side chat. Bye.
Yeah, appreciate you guys out there. And all the way back to the East Coast on the southern portion of South Crackalacky, Pop's Quest.
Yeah, man. I'm glad to jump on. I got an easy day tomorrow, so I figured I could burn some hours here. And other than that, I would have just said, fuck you guys.
I know you would have too. It's funny, the kids got another snow day, so no school tomorrow. So it's
nice.
Is that shit melting at all? Not to cut you off at the knees there, Robbie, but
no, it's all good.
It's trying, but it's 28 degrees right now, so it's really not going anywhere.
it hasn't broken down or melted or anything. It's
a little bit did today with the snow, but I mean the sun, but All it did was it's basically a fucking ice skating rink out there right now.
Yeah, I imagine.
Last time we had snow down here on the coast, it was the same thing. I mean, it wasn't so brutal, but they were worried about the school buses. You know,
Yeah.
so they did this extra snow day and this extra snow day, and the kids were off for like 7 days in a row. It was crazy because it was a weekend in there, you know.
That's
But
it.
I get it, you know. So
Yeah. Keep the kids. I mean,
All I can say is I hope Asheville Airport's got their runway fucking hosed off and ready to go by Christmas time. That's
yeah, you got time. You got time, buddy. The snow will be
well,
melted.
yeah, you could fly somewhere and drive. It's all good. It's never
Yeah.
that bad around here.
Prepping to endure and Echo the Bunnyman show. Thanks for showing up.
Hey, did anybody see or not Echo, but Prepping to Endure's Instagram post? I don't know if anybody is out there like Instagramming for whatever, but
I have
he's
trouble
got this
doing-
big thing over his eye. I guess he had cataract surgery. So, buddy, I hope you heal up fast and get that shit healed up. And good
I
to
didn't
go,
see
man.
that. Damn, that sucks.
There you go. Hopefully you're getting better, my friends. All right, we're going to shut this thing down and have a safe, warm night and see you guys on the next one.